Okay. So, we can jump out, we can go shopping. I think I'm definitely going to need a front loader. So we did put the front loader. I think both of these work on this tractor. Customize. Yeah, that's good. Buy that. We'll buy the pallet fork. We'll buy the, yeah, we're going to have to buy pallet forks because unfortunately we have pallets back at the yard. We'll buy that. We'll check to see if anything's on sale again. So still just that. So seeders, now we have a few options here. So I've got this no-till thing. It's a little bit pricey. Well, we've got the Kubota, which is 3 meters. That's 4.5. It's going to be a pain getting down the road. Trust me. Also got that loaded. That's 8 meters. That's going to be something we eventually get. These are cheap and only 3 or 4 meters, but need whatever. That's too much power. Now it looks like, oops, back. The problem with this, I don't know if the harrow is detachable, but with a lot of the in-game ones, the harrow doesn't work as a harrow. You have to remove it and then you can harrow the field, but then you need to reattach it so that the planter sits right, or the seeder sits right to seed. It's got a 2,000 litre tank. That's kind of good. But again, it's on the pricey side, 34.5. Kind of thinking this is a good starter, although it is really pricey. This is cheaper, 3 meters again, but it is a no-till. I might go with the Great Plains, although it seeds and fertilizes at the same time, so we would need to buy some seed and some fertilizer and turn on the crop sensor. Well, how do you turn on crop sensors when they haven't started growing yet? That's a good question. And a bit of an anomaly. I'm guessing what you should do is seed with that and then come back with liquid fertilizer once the crop's germinated and do the crop sensor application to maximize your stuff. But I'm thinking you get something like that, you probably should get something like that so that you can drive it on there sideways and actually ship it down the streets without getting ticketed for running equipment that's more than 3 meters wide. I don't know. I don't have to do the seeding today. It was just a thought. But I guess I should jump back into the tractor and let's go and attach the I didn't know. Yeah, I've seen the lights, but I wasn't aware. Not fully aware of how they work. So basically, what you're saying is, I can run over here and chop that down, and it will make stuff disappear. I'm not going to do it here because I don't really want to adjust what's around here. Also, and also, as I said, with the hedges, I tend, like I've done with my house, I like the ability of being able to chop away some of the hedges but leave others in place. And there's another lamp there by the looks of it. No, that's a big tall one. I'm guessing I can't chop that one down. It's the smaller ones. Yeah. So it's those small decorative lamps that we see around the map. We can chop those down and make stuff disappear. Anyway, let's... Did I buy the big one or the smaller one? Because this looks like it's huge. Yeah, I should probably have bought the next model down. But this'll work for now. Well, oh, that's the annoying thing. Select the tractor. And obviously not really the best tractor for front loader work because you can't get a sun visor or a sunroof on it. As I heard someone call it one time. I mean, in theory, possibly the Ariane 600 might have been a better choice, although I didn't go for it because so many farms I've started as the Valtra N was the go-to tractor because you can have just over 200 horsepower. It's a small, cheaper tractor. Failing that, I'd go with the Fendt Favorite 500. Again, super cheap, less than 100,000. You can get 150 horsepower and a front loader and all the goodies. And I kind of, the Class Ariane 600 has become the Valtra N replacement. So I decided I explicitly wasn't going to go with that tractor because I need to use something different. And the 6S is a... Let's lift that up a little bit more so I can see where I'm going. And we'll let the crazy traffic go. But yeah, the 6S is an interesting... sort of not quite the 7... but it does most of the things you want. It's got a good horsepower, and we can increase the horsepower over 200 if and when we need to. Although realistic-wise, you probably shouldn't take a tractor and put a bigger engine in it as a modification. You should sell the tractor you have and buy the one with the bigger engine, because that's how it works in real life. Okay. So I'm going to stack the lime off in a corner somewhere. Low-hanging trees, fortunately, not an impediment. Where shall I stick the lime? Maybe I'll stick it in the shed over by the liquid fertilizer tank, because you should always store dangerous chemicals next to each other. All the way down. I didn't angle the forks. Yeah, I mean, and that was the thing. And during the old stream, not the old stream, old Oakfield Farm playthrough, I had a total disaster with my hard drive and lost the game save and all the mods, everything. I had to reinstall Windows, buy a new one and reinstall Windows. So I had to restart that series. And all I did to restart the series was, instead of using Oxygen David's version of the map, which I had been up to that point, I completely threw that out, loaded up the Farming Agency version of the map, which has Maize Plus and the manure system and all the rest of the stuff, and basically rebuilt it as I could. Now the problem was some of the mods I had been off third-party sites, which over the year and a half the series had been running had disappeared, and the mods had not turned up elsewhere. So we had mostly the same equipment, but some was unfortunately lost to us. But using easy development tools, I can repurchase all the land, repurchase all the equipment, set up the fields as they were, and then just rebuy the equipment, throw away the money, and set us to where we are. Okay, well, you take care. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. And I may actually update this map when it comes out. So anyway, we have done that, and I think it's going to rain. It's going to rain late tonight. We did all of the contracts that were available, apart from the baling ones. Boop. And we still just have the baling contracts. I might look at doing some baling contracts tomorrow game day, but for right now I'm going to park the tractor up and we'll go back to the house, we'll take a nap, and we will start day 2 of October and see what trouble we can get into. Turn that off, get in there. So yes, nice to see Cavalier Roy, the maker of this map, and have a little bit of a chat with him. So yeah, that shed there is probably going to be the harvester shed when we get round to buying one in a couple of years' time. Might chop this hedgerow down. Oh, it's not a hedgerow, it's a wall. Might not chop that hedgerow down then. It'll be nice to be able to get the same style walls though. So we'll be able to, there's my house. We'll be able to use those dry stone walls instead of, the wall I've had here. Am I parked in the road? No. Good. Jump out. So he's saying, is there a decorative lamp round here? There's not a decorative lamp round here, but he said there'll be a decorative lamp here that will allow you to buy the property without having to buy the farmyard, or this property will be separate from the farmyard. But also that you can come in here, chop down the lamp, and it would make the house disappear. So you could make it replace it with something different if you wanted to. Again, nice. Let's sleep till 7. So anyway, we got the lime spreading done. It's almost £1,000 a day that we're spending on stuff. So tons of baling contracts, tons more baling contracts. Now the question is do I do it with their equipment and just leave mine sitting in the shed? I think I probably do it with their equipment. I want to check the store as well, see what's on sale. Oh, big giant poop transporting tank. A large... that's nice. And a Roland bale trailer. And I think that has auto load on it. Yes, it does. Design standard. Curved side, straight side. Side straight curved. Wheel setup standard, wide. Trelleborg. Oh, BKT. BKT just comes standard. Although BKT standards are wider than Trelleborgs. I am strongly thinking that this is a plan. What I'm going to do is jump there. We are looking at QQ242VW. QQ242VW. Back only. Okay. I want the curved sides. I'm going with the BKT tyres. We're not going to put auto load on it. It will carry all of the bales. It's going to cost us 7,000. Absolutely. I want that. Oh, and there's Fentile Deal Harvester. This is the big one. Oh, that's huge. At least I think it's huge. Well, let's go look at harvesters. Nothing else in the sale. Okay. Okay. Ideal, Massey Ferguson and Fent. I thought that these were, yeah, these were the in-game ones, and then these here were patched in one of the patches, 1.1, 1.2. They're not actually that much cheaper. And that's 12.5 to 1,700. That's just 12.5. 20.4 tons, 20.5 tons, 24 miles an hour, 1,000 litres fuel, and lower horsepower top. Oh, these are the ones with tracks. Maybe they're all. Well, and we've also got this one available, which I think was one of the harvesters we used back in Lawfolds at one point. Oh. And there's the heart. Good. One that gets me is the case harvesters. Yeah, still don't have a license plate for the case. Anyway, we have a trailer we could go and pick up. You know what I'm thinking? I probably should have gone in my tractor. I probably should have bought the Land Rover out here. Anyway, let's turn this on. I am going to put, I'm guessing this little patch of ground here is my front loader tools area. Now, should I take the weight? Yes. I'm gonna say yes. Now, part of the reason for doing this is all of those contracts are using this metal in bale lifters. And quite frankly, while they do work in Farm Sim 22 and were notorious for not really working well, in earlier versions of the game, you can only transport 4 bales, and we now have a bale trailer that can transport lots of bales, depending on how well I stack. So, the plan here is we will get ourselves a bale fork, we will grab our bale trailer, and we'll take some baling contracts and put the bales on our bale trailer, because it just makes more sense. Less trips to deliver. The only thing I'm kind of worried about with buying this is it's a long trailer, and these are not very wide roads, so it could come back to bite us. Anyway. It is what it is. Do I need my lights on? People driving around with lights on. Anyway, so we will get ourselves some bale fork. I think I've got a bunch of front loader tools with alternate bale forks. I'm really not a fan, oh dear, of the in-game bale forks. But we shall see what we end up with. Okay, here we are. Oops. So let's buy ourselves a bale fork, because I have decided we need one. No, the only thing I have added is the stone shovel. So I'd prefer if the silver prongs were along this bottom bit, slightly closer in. It is what it is, so we will grab that. Details. And buy. Yes, okay. Now, I'm guessing my weight may get in the way here. Oh, and also we need to approach this from the other side. Alrighty. Okay, we have that, and we have... Oops. A very cheap model of, or a very used model of the Roland bale trailer, which is... Oops. Select the tractor and connect the trailer. There we go. That works. So we will jump out. So this, I mean, it's long. I've used the what was it? I think I've got it available as a mod. Bale loaders. Is this where? Yes, I've got the Marshall BC32. This thing here is very, very long. I'm not sure how big. Oh, that's the dolly trailer. We actually ended up with a good trailer. Oh, and there's a bale fork. Shame. Okay, it's not in front. It's a little bit annoying. It's not in the bale. Richard Miller. Richard Miller. See, he probably has all the same equipment. Who's this one? That's Adrian. So, see, theory is I could borrow the items on that one and do that one. That wants to be tedded. And I think it was the top one. Do that one. Okay. I think that works. So there's 370 to rent that equipment. 443 to rent the same equipment. 278 to lease the same equipment. So we will borrow the items on that one. We will accept that contract and we will accept that contract. Do not complete the contract. Oh, hell. I just messed up, didn't I? No. Okay, this guy wants tedded to the farmer's market, tedded to the farmer's market, tedded to the farmer's market. Yes. Okay. So basically what I'm doing there is the same guy wants all the same stuff on the same fields with the same equipment to the same sell point. Therefore, that is exactly what we're going to do. And we're only going to borrow the equipment on one of his contracts and go and complete, all of them. I just don't know where they all are. So, step one, find the contracts. One is here. One is here. Of course, I didn't look up the numbers. And one is in the middle at the middle farm. So if we go to 104, 90, and then 22, mow them all, bring the equipment back to the store, we'll pick up the tedder, we'll ted them all, bring the tedder back, windrow them all, may use my tractor for some of this, and let's see if we can get this to work. Okay. Active workers, G135, set destination. Target is unreachable. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. And we're going to need to drive in cab so I can see what's coming. And again, walls on the road line. So having a bit of a grass fed. I think I'm looking forward to switching to the updated version of this map when it comes out, because it's going to give us a little bit more room at the edge of the road. And, you know, as he said, some other advantages like having these hedges as part of the assets available for working in-game or adding in-game. And that's a pathway. So maybe I should have sent the worker here rather than on the other side of the field. But it is what it is. Guess we start at the back. Okay, unfold. Front mower, unfold lower. So yeah, we will switch to the new version of this map. I think that's a good plan. And then